For external programs to connect to OCS, an OCS client needs to be set up first. This client's details will then be used to connect to OCS and access the data view. Navigate to the Clients page under Security in the navigation menu. The types of clients available are client credentials, authorization code, and hybrid. There is already a client defined for this course called PyRoll 2020 Lab Client. Click on this client to view details, code examples, and more information. The client type in this case is client credentials. Client credentials type clients are used for server-to-server communication where no user interaction is required. The client typically must authenticate with the token endpoint using its client ID and client secret, provided they are valid. Any client that presents the client ID and client secret will be able to authenticate and access data. A client ID is not confidential, but a client secret is. Hence, it is imperative that the client secret be stored in a secure location that is accessible only to the client that needs to use it. The maximum token lifetime is 3,600 seconds or 1 hour, which means that authentication must be performed again if this time period elapses. When creating an OCS client, please make note of the client ID and the client secret. The client ID can be obtained anytime for an OCS client in the Client Details section under the Details tab. But the client secret is only available upon first creation of an OCS client, thus needs to be copied immediately and stored in a safe place. However, if a user forgets or misplaces the client secret, another one can be added by clicking on the Add Secret button in the Client Secret section of the client's page. In this section, a user can also add or remove an existing client secret. On the Edit Secret page, the description or expiration date, including setting it to never expire, can be modified. For detailed information regarding adding a client credentials type client, please refer to Appendix B of the course workbook. Example code illustrating common connection syntax in different programming languages is provided on the Code Example tab on the right. These examples are important if a user does not want to use the built-in OCS library, but instead wants to connect to OCS via generic API calls instead. In the next section, we will access OCS data using this client in a Jupyter Notebook.